Whew. Yo, guys! Say hey, subscribe today, and let us continue playing the 3011 way. I've read all the comments from last time, and I did record another episode of this before this one, but I decided to scrap it because I thought it was trash. So, I'm just going to tell you guys what has gone on, and also, I'm going to respond to some of the comments that I saw last time, because they were pretty damn awesome, I gotta admit. It's made my reassurance of this series pretty big. So we got Kami's Lookout, Koran Tower over there. We got just past that is Master Roshi's place. And since last episode, all I've been doing is I've dug a hole all the way down to Y11, which is where most diamonds spawn at. I went and got some sensu beans off Koran. I put some stuff in the chest. I put some stuff in that chest. I've just come back from mining. There was a lot of goodies I found in a cave that way. And I want to start collecting resources and making room for stuff. So one of the mods in this mod pack... Oh, hang on, no. The idea that I saw in the comments... I saw an idea that said for each saga in Dragon Ball, I should build a monument to it. So, right now, I'm not going to build a home or anything like that, because I have no reason to right now, but the first saga in Dragon Ball was the Pilaf saga. I don't think I can build anything to monument that except Pilaf's castle. It's not very symbolic of a Dragon Ball icon. However, right after that was the World Martial Arts Tournaments, the original. So I'm gonna see if I can build 2 martial arts tournaments. I want to build the modern one and the classic one. I think I'll build the classic one first. And I'm right around the power level that Kid Goku was right now. Also, I've turned up the points that you get from mobs, because people were telling me in the comments, turn them up, it'll take you ages. Rhyme Style took ages. It's probably because he's a noob at Minecraft. Oh, shots fired! Sorry, Dino. Oh, and also an address, something I want to address in the comment section is something about me being Saiyan. And a lot of people criticize people being Saiyan because they want to see variety, such as Namekian, Human, and Arcosian. But I do have something to say to that. And that is they suck. They absolutely suck. I used to like playing as Arcosian because back in the day Arcosians were like Saiyans when it came to the transformations. You'd have to earn the transformations and level up to that, and your skills would boost along with it. But now it's gone into the realistic way that Arcosians work, where they suppress their power into those forms. And it's not very good if I'm just always suppressing my power in the base form, or if I just stay in my final form, that makes it boring too. So I just find that boring. Plus, their super form is only equivalent to the Super Saiyan 3 form of Saiyans. Humans only have potential unlock. They're pretty boring and linear. Namekians, again, pretty boring. They don't really do much. And then Saiyans, you got the most variety with the different types of Super Saiyan transformation, which is why I'm going to stay as Saiyan. I'm sorry for all of you that want different... different versions, but hey, if this series starts again 5 years in the future, I'll be a different one. But anyway, it's raining out. I don't like this. We need to go to Koran Tower, and I don't know. Did I get a Nimbus? I hope I got a Nimbus. I got a Nimbus. So we're gonna fly up to Koran Tower. And we're going to ask him for flight now, because I can get that. And then we're going to fly around the area a little and see what land we have to build on. And we can spot where we want to build the original martial arts tournament ring. And then, turn back, Liam. Turn back. And then, once we've built the martial arts tournament ring, ho ho ha 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 he he he. Oh dear, I ate them, didn't I? Well, I'm sure Goku has this problem a lot. He had something important and then he ate them. Yep, Goku must always get this. Anyway, once I get some wheat again, I'll have to start a wheat farm down there. I can make bread, and from that, I can make an NPC one. So we're gonna have Goku, Tien, and all the people who took place in the martial arts tournaments stand there. We're even gonna get the announcer. I'm gonna download the skins, put them in the mod pack, so then we can have some fun with that. The Master Roshi's gonna be over there too, so we're gonna learn the Kamehameha off of him. And did I have a boat around here, or did I leave it there? It doesn't matter. So that's what we're gonna do there. Also, I want to spice up Korin's tower a little, because it looks a little bit plain. So my plan for spicing it up a little is the holy water. I'm gonna put that somewhere. I'm pretty sure he had a fountain in it somewhere as well. The downstairs area was filled with water that Goku looked into. And we're just going to spice this area up to look a bit more homely for him. I don't like the way it is now. And, you know, eventually we're going to give Kami's Lookout that treatment. And Master Roshi's place too. Because I can't remove these blocks, but I can... Oof, I can build on here. Because I set the safety zone off. I'll have some senzu beans, thank you. But I would like to learn flight, please. And I get to keep my skills, right? Yes. So, I'm going to put a few points into flight, actually. Whee! So I should be able to fly, yeah, a little bit decently now. I'm going to go over to Master Roshi's, visit him. Some islands over here, actually. Maybe... Hang on. Am I going west? I am going west. No? That's north? That's west. So West City has to go over there. North City can go by here. East City, South City. And, oh, that's a lot of mobs. And for a pun, because I said to you guys I want to do a lot of tributes to a lot of different things, not just Dragon Ball on here. As a pun to my friend Wesley, who's down in the comments section, I'm going to name West City... West City. It's a silly little pun, but it's something to do. And I'm also going to have Zeshin be the tournament announcer as a little monument to the DBC tournament. And other things. I'm not sure what to do. You guys know Dark. Dark is the dragon girl that I record with. And I plan to have a pet dragon somewhere. So that, you know, that's a monument. Don't worry, Master Roshi, I'll save you! So that's a monument to her. And jeez, there are a lot of mobs here. Whew! Hey. Get off Master Roshi's island. Leave the poor old man alone. Can he watch his swimsuit magazines in peace? I know you don't watch him, technically you read him. Well, he watches them. He watches them for the plot. Just like everyone who watches Fairy Tail. Boom. Master, are you okay? Oh, I can ask for weights of him. Oh, and he gives me the shell weights. Okay. Learn key techniques, learn skills. He can't teach me much in terms of key techniques. But he can teach me the Kamehameha and stuff. That's good. So we'll learn the basics from Master Roshi. And you know what? I haven't been in here. And oh my goodness. Yep, we're going to spice this place up big time. I might go into creative just so I can remove some of these stupid blocks. Because I don't think you can remove them by hand. No. And what's this? Is it a washroom? Alright, we're gonna spice this place up, definitely, with all modded blocks and make it look all pretty. In fact, Goku started training here first, so maybe we should decorate this place first. Yeah. Decorate this place, and while we're here, let's go fly around. And we're gonna see what area should we create the first Tenkaichi Budokai. Oh yeah, I figured to start with I should have a little, like, mountain home or something. But really, what I want is, I want a big laboratory type thing. Like, basically, Trunks in GT, he was like, the head of Capsule Corp. But yet he was still strong. I want to be like that. I want to be smart and strong. Not Gohan. Not Gohan. I want to put strength as a priority as well. Not just being smart, but I would like a capsule training room, actually. I've been playing around in creative on how I want to do certain stuff. And I figured out I could make a computer that listens to my every command. So I can talk to it, I can ask it to get me items out of an inventory. So I can make a gravity room that listens to me, and I say what gravity level and what training level, and it'll send out robots at me that I can train with. And I'll put on a weight instead of using the gravity that's in the mod, because it's a bit buggy at the moment. And ooh, there's some really nice spots here, actually. I think, yeah, I'm going to live over there, and I think somewhere over here is where we'll place the Tenkaichi Budokai. In fact, that area is pretty square. I feel like that would be the area it would be placed in. So that area's got to be flattened. Let's put a marker there for now. What should we put? I've only got cobble. We'll put cobble. And then we got to make sure nothing blows it up as we go out. Alright, we got a cobble pillar. That's marked. So, Tenkaichi Budokai. Boom. Master Roshi's. Korans. Kami's. That should be it for Dragon Ball, right? If you guys know any buildings that you want us to do on this series, please tell me. And I know some of you are probably going to get bored, because I'm not always going to be fighting, you know, punch, stuff, spam click. But I find it more entertaining to actually build the stuff from Dragon Ball as a monument and talk about Dragon Ball itself. Speaking of which, let's bring up Dragon Ball again. Dragon Ball Super. Let's talk about Super. Compared to GT, because it's almost got the same amount of episodes. And I want to know how much of an impact Super has had compared to what impact GT had on me. So, when I was growing up, I didn't really understand how Dragon Ball worked. I originally got into Dragon Ball because of a friend, actually. This friend of mine, he came around my house one day and was like, hey, do you want to play a game while I'm here? And so he gave me this, oh, I better take care of that. He gave me this game named Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3. And I was like, what the hell is this? Why does it look all weird? Why do the characters look all weird in the face? And he was like, hey, it's just Dragon Ball. Go ahead and play it with me. We battled for a little bit and I was interested. I asked if I can keep the game the weekend. And he said yes. And I ended up playing the game so much that he just gave it me as a gift. How nice of him. And I played the game that much, I completed the story, I think it was 5 times in like 2 weeks with each character, because I got addicted to that game. It was so good. And from that, I wanted to know what is Dragon Ball? Like, what is this based on? And I didn't know what anime was at the time either. So, obviously, as a little 12-year-old kid, my researching skills were brilliant. They still are to this day, thank you Google. And I googled Dragon Ball episodes. And I actually found Dragon Ball episodes, and what happened was, we have a summer holiday here that lasts about 6 weeks. And in these 6 weeks, I got ill. Near the end of the 6 weeks. Which is freaking terrible. So, I got ill. I had nothing at all to do. And I was bored out of my mind. And then, all of a sudden, I found the proper website for Dragon Ball and stuff to watch. Like a good website. And I started spam watching the entire seasons. I started at Dragon Ball. Because I wanted to watch from Dragon Ball Z. Because Z had the title of the Budokai game. And I didn't understand what was going on. So I went back to Dragon Ball. I thought, ooh, this looks really old. This looks really Japanese as well. My first thoughts of Dragon Ball. Oh my goodness, I fell in love. Dragon Ball, to me, was the comedy I needed when I was ill. And it provided me with the entertainment I needed all throughout my illness. All throughout the 2 weeks that I was ill with chickenpox. And throughout that, I watched, I laughed. Goku, I fell in love with the character there and then. That's when he became my favorite character ever. Because the way Bulma comes in is, she's just like, so if you let me have your Dragon Ball, I'll give you a little peek. And I'm just like, whoa, this is a kid's thing? And you know, as a kid I shouldn't be thinking like that, but I did. And then immediately Goku's response made me laugh so hard. People came up the stairs into my room to ask if I was okay. I was just like, I'm okay, and turned the laptop away because Bulma was there just screaming. And that moment made Dragon Ball for me. It's like, yeah, I'm watching this. This is funny. And then Goku, watching him get stronger and stronger, because I've always had an interest in martial arts as well. That's made me stick to Dragon Ball. And it was just, I can't explain it. It was just perfect. And then, you know, I completed all the sagas. And finally at the end, I actually cried when Goku won the World Martial Arts Tournament. I got really attached to the character of Kid Goku. And then when he grew up and he won the... forget what one it was. The third Tenkaichi Budokai that he entered. Alright, sorry about that, I got interrupted. But anyway, he won the third tournament that he entered, and it was against not King Piccolo, but Piccolo Jr., who King Piccolo spat out as an egg. And I cried because it was such a monumental moment. For Goku, that meant he was the strongest in the world. But he still never gave up because he had Piccolo as a rival. And then, you know, everything turned all badass and stuff in Z. I loved it. I loved it all. The Saiyan Saga, to me, was this weird and scary thing that's happening to one of my favorite childhood heroes. I was like, damn, Goku, you're finding out all this stuff you never knew. You're born from this family that you never knew of. Your brother's evil, they kill people. And you're part of this business. Oh, Goku, oh no. And then, you know, the rest of Z is history. And, I'm not going to talk much about Z because everyone knows about Z. Everybody knows about Z. Z was brilliant. My favorite part of Z, however, was I liked the Saint Saga. I liked the Frieza Saga. And right near the end of Frieza Saga, I really liked, where Goku and Frieza were fighting. The Cell Saga, I loved. And then at the end of the Buu Saga, I loved. Because the end of the Buu Saga was when all the animations started to, like, look really nice. And I bet that's because the budget increased. Super, we talked about Super. And I'm still on the fence with it. And GT. GT was confusing for me because I thought GT might have been the beginning of Dragon Ball because I saw Goku as a kid. because part of the episode was missing. And I had a look at it at first, and I was confused. Then I watched Dragon Ball. And I went back to it after, and I watched all of GT. And I was so confused throughout all of GT. I enjoyed parts of GT. I enjoyed the concept of Super Saiyan 4. And I still enjoy the concept of Super Saiyan 4 more than I do Super Saiyan God. I'm sorry, but the concept that the ape form had a higher purpose to me just is badass. And the God form just, it came out of nowhere. I mean, Super Saiyan 4 came out of nowhere, but at least they had something kind of leading up to it. And the baby stuff I kind of liked because it had history with the Saiyans. But it was confusing for me to follow, so not really. Ooh, bit of lag there. And what else? The Super 17 stuff I thought was complete and utter bullcrap. I did not like that. And then it moves on to the Shadow Dragons, which honestly was one of the biggest strengths of GT for me. The concept that they could overuse the Dragon Balls, and the fact that they were put there so you didn't need the power of them, was just a brilliant concept. With the Shadow Dragons and them being the ultimate evil, coming from the ultimate good. And then Goku having to kill his own creation, because technically him and everyone created the Shadow Dragons. It was just, you know, everything came full circle with it. And that to me felt like the ending of Dragon Ball. Because of the way it was taught, and it ended with the Dragon Balls. And then Super came along, and now everything's messed up in my mind. I'm just like, I know GT's not canon, but I kind of like the ending to it. And I know Super is canon, but I'm not liking where it's going at the moment. I'm enjoying the current arc, but still, some things are confusing me about it, and there's so many plot holes, and it's just blah. It's just blah. And I haven't done a single useful thing this episode, have I? I've just been ranting, but I have discussed my plans. I guess that's one good thing. So what I'm gonna do is I have Computer Craft installed in the mod pack. As you can see, I managed to dig up 3 diamonds. The minimum you need for one of these babies, and the maximum. And I plan to, I say end a lot. I plan to make a turtle. And the turtle is going to dig out an area for the Tenkaichi Budokai over there. And in between episodes, I'm going to go out and find a rocky wasteland so we can move on to Z. And also I'm going to get more materials and stuff so we can go decorate Roshi, Korin, and Kami's lookout. So next episode, episode 3, training with Roshi. And of course decorating his house. And then we move on to the tournament. And then Korin and Kami. Because why not? And we're gonna set up some classic NPCs to fight as well. So like Kid Goku, I'll make a Kid Goku. In fact, no, I'm not going to make a Kid Goku. I'm going to make everyone else who's in the tournament. Including Jackie Chun, actually. I can use the Master Roshi model from there. And if I can find his texture in the texture files, I could re-texture it to look like Jackie Chun. That's going to be cool. And I think I've gone over time with this episode. Thank you everyone who's watching and supporting me. I hope you like and share the video. I'm really hoping this series blows up huge because I want this series to do really, really well. I want to continue doing it. I want to build all these nostalgic things. And I want you guys to experience it with me. You know, building West City, Capsule Corp, the World Martial Arts Tournament, everything. And I'll catch you guys in the next one, where we'll be decorating Roshi's house and getting some training. Take care.
Say hey, subscribe today, let's play the free 11 way.